Ryan Heron. So Brent Weave and Ryan Heron to table number 2. Brent Weave and Ryan Heron, table number 2. Table number 1, we're going to move on to the master men's left arm. Justin Thomas and Andrew Grant to table number 1. Also pulling on deck will be Russell Giesbrecht and Derek Spence on deck for table number 1. Russell Giesbrecht, Derek Lyle Spence, you're on deck for table number 1. So Brent Weave and Ryan Heron are doing battle on table number 2. Brent Weave takes the win over Ryan Heron. On table number 2, I need Shane Bout and Brent Weave. Table 2, I need Shane Bout and Brent Weave. Shane Bout takes the win over Brent Weave. Good job, guys. Table number 1, we have Andrew Grant taking the win over Justin Thomas. Table 2, I now need Ryan and Brent. Ryan and Brent to table number 2. And Russell Giesbrecht and Derek Spence on table number 1.
Hungry. I guess so. You can't get enough of a good thing.
He lost me back there. Because he was here, and he lost like he was. There's only 3 of them.
So on table 2, we have Ryan Heron and Brent Weave. Table number 1, we have Derek Spence and Russell Giesbrecht. Elbow foul on Ryan Heron. Restart the match. Russ Giesbrecht ekes out a win there over Derek Spence. So table number 1, I need Justin Thomas and Derek Spence to the table. Derek Spence and Justin Thomas to table number 1, please. On deck for table number 1 will be Andrew Grant and Russ Giesbrecht. Table number 1. Back and forth between Ryan and Brent. Second elbow foul for Ryan. So our winner is Brent Weave there. So Brent will go up against Shane for the finals. Table number 2, we're moving on to the Grandmaster men's 0 to 187. We have 4 competitors to the bullpen. I need Ron Spring, Warren Kernott, Mike Barrett, Ward Drake. Ron Spring, Ward Kernott, Mike Barrett, and Ward Drake to the bullpen. You're going to be pulling on table number 2. So up first on table number 2 is Ron Spring and Ward Kernott. Mike Barrett and Ward Drake, you're on deck. Table number 2. Right now on table number 1, we've got Russell Giesbrecht and Andrew Grant. A-side matchup here between the Crusher, Russell Giesbrecht, and Big Andrew Grant. Both these guys are Manitoba champions. Both bring a lot of power to the table. Table number 2, we have Ron Spring and Ward Kernott.
I didn't go with them.
Ron Spring with a quick hit takes the win over Warren Kernott. So Andrew Grant over Russell Giesbrecht. I need Michael Barrett and Ward Drake on table number 2. All right, we got a good matchup here between Ward Drake and Michael Barrett, both many-time provincial champion. Mike Barrett, 25-time Canadian champion. Table number 1, we need Russ Giesbrecht and Justin Thomas for table number 1. Russ Giesbrecht and Justin Thomas for table number 1.
Go!
Quick hit by Michael Barrett takes the win. Ward Drake. Table number 1, we have Justin Thomas and Russell Giesbrecht at the table. Okay, for table number 2, I need Ward Drake and Ward Furman. Ward Drake and Ward Furman. Table number 2.
Oh, sure, you missed it. I could have taken that foul. I'm that good. I am that good.
On deck for table number 2 is Mike Barrett and Ron Spring. You're on deck for table number 2. Winner is Ward Drake over Warren. So we now need Mike Barrett and Ron Spring. This is an east side matchup. Grandmaster men's left arm of 0 to 187. Ron Spring and Mike Barrett. Ron the Boss Spring up against Mike Pipes Barrett. Rusty Giesbrecht and Justin Thomas doing best. Second elbow foul for Rusty Giesbrecht. Winner Justin Thomas. That's the finals. On our table number 2, we see Ron Spring and the Boss Man up against Mike Pipes Barrett. Mike Barrett takes the win. Table number 1, we have the Grandmaster 188 left arm. 4 pullers. We have Mike Barrett, Brent Weed, Mark Thomas, and Daryl Stephenson. We'll call up Mark Thomas and Daryl Stephenson to table number 1. Mark Thomas and Daryl Stephenson, table number 1. The Grandmaster men's left arm 188 plus. Big hit by Mr. Pipes, taking the win over the Boss Man. Ron and Ward Drake and Ron Spring at table number 2.
Ron. Yeah, but Ron, he paid everyone $50.
Daryl Stephenson and Mark Thomas to table number 1. On deck for table number 1 is Mike Barrett and Brent Weeb. You're on deck for table number 1. Mike Barrett and Brent Weeb. You're on deck for table number 1. All right, looking to table number 2, we see Ron Spring and Ward Drake locking arms. Ward Drake turns on the power, but Ron Spring denies him a win. Oh, no, it's a win by Ward Drake. All right, down to the finals there.
They made their own decision there, I think.
We got Mark Thomas and Daryl Stephenson. Daryl Stephenson turning up the heat to take the win over Mark Tom.
Daryl.
Stephenson, the Great Dane, takes the win. So Mike Barrett and Brent Weed, you're up next at the table. Left arm matchup in the Grandmasters.
I'm like, my credit's right here. Well, no, it's kind of not when I'm not rapping here. Yeah.
Table number 1, we got Mike Pipes Barrett against Brent the Barbarian Weed.
Well done. Go. Are we started yet?
Hopefully nobody blinked. That was the last hit. Huge hit by Michael Barrett, showing us what he's got. Takes the win over Brent Weed. Okay, up the table. On table number 1 is Mark Thomas and Brent Weed. Table number 1, Mark Thomas and Brent Weed.
I know, I can go high.
Right. I was saving myself for Mark.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on to the table number 2 for the Master Finals between Rick Bolton and Peter Alberto. Rick Bolton and Peter Alberto for table number 2, please.
Go.
Brent Weeb takes the win over Mark Thomas. Mike Barrett and Daryl Stephenson to table number 1, please. Mike Barrett and Daryl Stephenson to table number 1.
It's going down.
Table number 2, we have Rick Bolton up against Peter Alberto for the finals.
Oh, hey.
Daryl Stephenson is the Great Dane taking on the Pipes. Mike Barrett, 25-time Canadian champion, 2-time world champion, up against third place champion Daryl Stephenson, the Great Dane. Table 2, we have Rick Bolton and Peter Alberto. And I think Mike Barrett won that one. Yeah, Mike Barrett's the winner. We now have Daryl Stephenson and Brent Weeb to table number 1. The Great Dane versus the Barbarian. Rick Bolton won that one. Okay.
We meet at last.
All right, at table number 1, we have Daryl Stephenson, the Great Dane, up against the Barbarian, Brent Weeb.
Go.
Daryl Stephenson takes out the win over Brent Weeb. All right, Daryl's going to come back in.
I felt that one actually. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do a final matchup here. Shane Bauk on the A side up against Brent Weeb on the B side. This is the men's master, 177 to 198. Brent's got to win twice to take the match. Shane needs 1 win.
Of course, we got to keep up with the work.
Shane Bauk and Brent Weeb on table number 1. Table number 2, a final matchup here. Men's master, 199, between Andrew Grant and Justin Thomas. Andrew Grant on the A side, and Justin Thomas is on the B side.
Justin! Go!
Justin Thomas.
Yeah. What? I'm losing it.
Final matchup here in the Masters. Shane's first place, Brent second place, Ryan third place.
That's okay, everybody had to eat, right? Yeah, right.
It's nice to take a long break. Usually we're so rushed.
Okay, we now have Grandmaster final. Mike Barrett and Daryl Stephenson. Andrew Grant first place, Justin Thomas second place, Russ Giesbrecht third place.
He might make it.
All right, we've got a matchup here between Mike Pipes Barrett and Daryl the Great Day Stephenson, and Mike Barrett turns out a win. Too much power over Daryl Stephenson. Mike Barrett first place, Daryl second place, Brent Weeb third place. And Mike Barrett's back at the table up against Ward Drake on table number 2.
Oh, you guys are good.
Table number 2, Mike Barrett against Ward Drake.
Yeah,
Mike Barrett on the A side, Ward is on the B side.
probably 2 tables. I have to move there and make sure that we work. We have to give out prizes too. So you're going to give out prizes? Medals? And I'll start taking. Yeah. Yeah, next door.
It is for sure.
Yeah, I got
Go!
whatever you want. Actually, now up or off, whatever.
So we'll take a table number 2 in there.
Double foul of Michael Barrett, so they're going to do a
We'll
restart.
take that one there.
One foul for Mike.
Oh yeah, we have to get points in his hand. Like,
Get 2 tables in there.
All right, Ward Drake up against Mike Barrett here on table number 2. 2022 Manitoba Arm Wrestling Provincial Championships here at the TYC Center. Go! Quick hit by Mike Barrett. But a double foul. Winner is
What are you talking about, Mike?
Barrett.
Barrett.
Mike Barrett first place.
I would have never tried to follow you up, Mike.
Second place. Ron third place.
Jimmy, Stan, you, Diane, and who else? Jimmy, Stan, me, Daryl. Not Daryl. I'm not on the team. Yeah, Jimmy and Stan, and you and me and Diane.
okay, so we're done?
That's it. Hey, like that.
That ends the formal competition for the 2022 Manitoba Provincial Arm Wrestling Championship. Big hand to the referees. And a big hand to all of our competitors, the youth, the women, and the men. Thank you very much.
No injuries.
A big hand to
a single
the
injury.
men behind the table here. Magic Mike, Packetown on the mic. Mr. Curry Debates, Rashi, Peter, Mike, Mighty Mouse Angelo, Pictures, Lori, my wife, awesome, fantastic woman. I can't say enough about her. Draw sheets. Weigh-ins, selling t-shirts, and she does it all. And Stan Scott. He's the master on the online registration, which was fantastic, guys. I don't know, you might not like it, but it sure helped us, guys. Okay? So, and also our refs, I want to, can you guys go up? Fred. Sorry. Fred. Jason. Where's Nickel? Dave. Anyways, big hand for the refs again. Okay, I'm going to hand out the awards. Okay, the match of the day is Jimmy Findlay and Herman Jensen. Jimmy Findlay and Herman Jensen, match of the day. Is Herman Jensen still here? Herman Jensen, we need you by the referee's table. Match of the day between you and Jimmy Findlay. And Dick, I'll accept it for Jimmy. Okay, all right, I'm going to do one more quick draw here, then we can hand out the medals. This is for the beef in the bun and fries. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for we sold right out. That was fantastic.